December 5th, 2025. As the final month of the year begins, a chill settles over the United Kingdom, hinting at the extraordinary winter that lies ahead. Across the country, people are waking up to frosted windows and a sense of anticipation, wondering just how severe the coming weeks might be. The UK is on the brink of a winter that could be one for the history books. Early forecasts are already raising eyebrows, with meteorologists warning of conditions that could rival some of the most memorable cold spells in recent memory. From the Scottish Highlands to the southern coast, communities are bracing for what could be a relentless onslaught of snow, ice, and freezing temperatures. Meteorologists are tracking a major disruption to the polar vortex, an event called sudden stratospheric warming, setting the stage for Arctic blasts, widespread frost, and the real threat of snow even in low-lying areas. This rare atmospheric phenomenon can send frigid air plunging southward, catching many off guard and leading to dramatic shifts in weather patterns. The science behind it is complex, but the outcome is simple. The UK could be facing weeks of intense cold, with snowstorms possible far beyond the usual regions. The setup is reminiscent of the infamous Beast from the East in 2018, with strong signals for sharp cold snaps and turbulent weather. That year, the country was brought to a standstill by blizzards, icy winds, and record-breaking low temperatures. Now, experts are seeing similar warning signs, suggesting that we could be in for another winter where daily routines are upended and travel becomes a challenge. Over the next few minutes, we'll break down what's happening in the atmosphere, what it means for your daily life, and how to prepare for the weeks ahead. We'll explore the latest forecasts, explain the science behind these extreme events, and offer practical advice to help you stay safe and comfortable. Whether you're commuting to work, caring for loved ones, or simply trying to keep your home warm, understanding what's coming is more important than ever. From icy roads to potential power disruptions, this is a winter that demands attention and readiness. Local authorities are already issuing warnings, and emergency services are preparing for a surge in weather-related incidents. It's not just about snow days and beautiful landscapes. There are real risks to health, travel, and infrastructure. We'll show you what to watch for and how to make sure you and your family are prepared for whatever this winter brings. Let's dive into the science and the outlook for a truly unforgettable season. As we unpack the forecasts and the facts, you'll be equipped with the knowledge you need to face this winter head-on, no matter how extreme it gets. To truly understand the story of this winter, we need to look far to the north, beyond the familiar rolling hills and frosty fields of the UK, to a place where the planet's most powerful forces are at work. High above the Arctic, a vast swirling system of winds known as the polar vortex spins relentlessly, encircling the pole like an icy crown. This immense ring of cold, fast-moving air acts as a barrier, separating the frigid Arctic from the milder climates to the south. Under normal circumstances, the polar vortex is strong and stable, trapping the coldest air over the pole. This means that, even in the depths of winter, the UK is often shielded from the harshest Arctic blasts. Instead, we experience winters that are relatively mild and wet, with rain and drizzle more common than snow and ice. When the vortex is healthy, the jet stream, a powerful river of air high above the Atlantic, barrels in from the west. It brings with it a parade of storms, delivering wind and rain to the British Isles, but rarely allowing the deep cold to break through. But this year, something extraordinary has happened. The system that usually keeps the cold locked away has broken down, and the consequences are already being felt across the country. The polar vortex is now weak and distorted, its once solid boundaries stretched and torn. It can no longer contain the Arctic chill, and cold air is spilling southward in waves, reaching places that are usually spared from such extremes. The result? The gates are wide open for frigid Arctic air to surge into the UK. This sets the stage for a winter marked by severe cold snaps, biting winds, and heavy snowfall. Conditions that are far from the norm for much of Britain. This dramatic shift is the key reason our forecast is so starkly different from what most people expect. Instead of the usual gray skies and drizzle, we're bracing for a season of snow and ice with the potential for disruption across the country. The collapse of the polar vortex is the central driver of what's to come. As this icy crown unravels, it's rewriting the script for winter in the UK, ushering in a season that could be remembered for years to come. High above the Arctic, a dramatic event is unfolding. The polar vortex, a vast, spinning mass of cold air that usually circles the North Pole, has been thrown into chaos. This collapse is triggered by a phenomenon known as sudden stratospheric warming, or SSW. In a matter of days, temperatures in the stratosphere can surge by an astonishing 50 degrees C, disrupting the delicate balance that keeps the vortex stable. When this happens, the once contained cold air is unleashed, spilling southward and sweeping across Europe. The UK, sitting directly in the path, becomes a prime target for this Arctic invasion. The skies darken, temperatures plummet, and the landscape transforms almost overnight. This isn't just a theoretical risk. In 2018, the infamous Beast from the East was born from a similar SSW event. The result? Widespread chaos, record-breaking snowfall, and a nation struggling to cope with conditions not seen in decades. Roads were blocked, trains halted, and daily life ground to a halt as the country was gripped by the deep freeze. Now meteorologists are sounding the alarm once again. The current SSW, detected in late November, has already reversed the winds at the heart of the vortex. This reversal is a classic warning sign, and it means there's now a 70% chance that the UK will face weeks of colder-than-average weather. The effects of this atmospheric upheaval don't reach the surface immediately. It takes about 10 to 14 days for the cold air to descend and reshape our weather. But the setup we're seeing now is eerily similar to the days leading up to 2018's historic cold snap. Communities are bracing and preparations are underway. While every sudden stratospheric warming event is unique, this one stands out. It's among the strongest signals meteorologists have seen in years for a prolonged and potentially severe UK cold spell. The models are aligning and the warnings are growing louder. Across the country, meteorologists are watching every development closely. Their models are clear and their message is unified. Brace for a winter shaped by the unleashed power of the Arctic. The next few weeks could define the season, and everyone is urged to stay alert and prepared. The metaphorical fence that once held back the cold has been breached. The barriers are down, and the Arctic air is free to surge south, transforming the familiar British winter into something far more dramatic. The UK now stands in the firing line, facing the full force of the Arctic's might. As the days grow colder and the snow begins to fall, the nation prepares for a winter that could be remembered for years to come. The SSW isn't acting alone. Other global patterns are stacking the odds for a cold UK winter. A weak La Niña in the Pacific is helping destabilize the polar vortex, making SSW events more likely. At the same time, the quasi-biennial oscillation, a wind pattern high in the stratosphere, is in its easterly phase, which also weakens the vortex. When La Niña and an easterly QBO align, the risk of Arctic outbreaks in Europe rises sharply. Warmer than average North Atlantic waters could inject brief mild spells, but they also fuel heavy snow when clashing with entrenched cold. The result, a volatile setup, primed for snowstorms and blizzards. This winter's forecast is a perfect storm of atmospheric drivers. The stage is set for dramatic weather. Early December brings a deceptive calm, clear, frigid, and dry, but with a deep chill settling in. High pressure dominates, leading to widespread sharp frosts and dangerous black ice, especially on untreated roads and pavements. Rural lows could hit -5, with even southern areas dipping below freezing. Wintry showers may brush eastern coasts, but significant snow is unlikely just yet. Freezing fog could linger in valleys, keeping days cold and visibility low. This phase is crucial. It entrenches the cold, freezing the ground and priming the UK for heavier snow when the next Arctic surge arrives. The quiet before the storm is here. Don't be lulled into complacency. December 11th to 20th is when the real test begins. A classic Beast from the East scenario. High pressure over Scandinavia blocks Atlantic mildness, dragging Siberian air across the UK. Daytime highs may not rise above freezing. Nights could plunge to -7 in Scotland. Bitter winds will make it feel even colder, and heavy snow showers will batter eastern regions, with blizzards and drifting likely. Upland areas could see 5 to 10 centimeters or more, and travel chaos is a real risk. This is the most challenging phase of winter so far. Prepare for severe disruption. As Christmas approaches, the weather turns volatile. a battle between stubborn cold and encroaching Atlantic mildness. The odds of a white Christmas are higher than usual, with a second Arctic pulse likely around the 25th. Where mild, moist air meets entrenched cold, expect heavy snow. Potentially 10 to 20 centimeters in some areas. Western regions may see sleet or freezing rain, while the east faces accumulating snow and blizzard conditions. Strong winds could make travel hazardous during the festive rush. The cold will be tough to dislodge, so frost and ice remain a threat even in milder spells. Stay alert. The Christmas week forecast could change rapidly. January 2026 starts as December ended, cold, unsettled, and snow-prone. Northerly winds keep sub-zero spells going, with Scotland and Northern Ireland most at risk for heavy snow. Southern England may see icy rain and sleet as weak Atlantic fronts try to break through. Mid-January could bring the harshest cold yet, with blocking highs feeding Siberian air and lows dropping to -10 in rural spots. Widespread snow, even in cities, could cause major disruptions and power outages. This is the kind of cold that strains infrastructure and daily life. Late January may see a shift as the polar vortex regains strength, letting milder, wetter Atlantic air return. But the transition will be bumpy. Expect lingering wintry showers and the risk of gales and coastal flooding. The deep chill won't give up easily. With a winter like this, preparation is vital. Check your heating, insulate pipes, and keep essential supplies, food, water, torches on hand in case of power cuts or travel disruption. If you must travel, check forecasts, winter-proof your car, and pack emergency supplies. Look out for vulnerable neighbors and family, especially the elderly. Wear shoes with good grip, secure outdoor items, and heed official warnings. Remember, long-range forecasts are about probabilities, not certainties. There's still a chance the pattern could shift, so stay tuned to updates. Treat this as your guide to the most likely scenario, and be ready for whatever this extraordinary winter brings.